Okay, we live. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my little wrestling podcast, professional wrestling podcast. So basically, here's my introduction into all of this, okay? Man, I'm just looking at what I see on TV and I give my opinion, okay? That's really all I can do in this context. And then you can either like it or just not like it. I'm gonna be honest, I do not care. So don't comment no dumb stuff, okay? Because I'm gonna see it, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna laugh at you. Cause it's like, yo, why are you wasting your time hating on me, okay? So this is my podcast, okay? The first episode. What am I going to talk about? Wrestling. Yo! That's crazy, okay? Look. Wrestling recently has been going crazy. And that's no, surprise to nobody. But now, I really just be, looking at, the quality of wrestling now versus what it was like in, to me, the worst period of wrestling. At least WWE wise. And that was 2017, 2018, right before COVID started. And whatever it was to blame for that little trashy time of wrestling, there was some good moments, to be fair. I'm not even gonna diss on it. Things like Kofi Mania was really fun to watch. Things it's just small things, like them taking a little chance on James Ellsworth. I don't know if y'all remember who that is. Fuck, who the fuck is James Ellsworth? Oh, and let me not forget the fucking brand draft. The brand draft. I don't know what to call it. Where they split Raw from SmackDown. Oh my god, the first 6 months to a year of all of that was so fun to watch, for real. But what I'm here for tonight is I'm not talking about all of that. I'm talking about wrestling recently. And I feel like that's really good to cover on my first ever episode. Because, first of all, we're in the recent times. So why not talk about recent? Of course, duh. But also, because wrestling recently has just been on fire. A huge ass fire too. It's so fun to watch. Because it's my favorite thing in the world. Is literally it's cool again. And it's what the fuck is going on? I love it. Watching it is so much fun. So, let's talk about it. Admittedly, I don't really watch much of AEW. So, I can't really give my rundown on that. If I was to say one thing though, is they have so much potential in the world. It just feels like they're trying to have this. I don't even know how to describe AEW. It's there should be more control of the show. And what I mean by that is of course, collaborate, do everything you want to do, have a fun time on your show. But I just feel there needs to be more control, There needs to be more ground of what they want to do and how they want to do it. I feel they need to protect each other a lot more. Because I be seeing some of the stunts online that people at AEW be doing. And I'm just what the fuck is that? Why? Why is that a thing? Fucking Sting jumped on top of jumped off of something. It's like, why are you having Sting jump off of stuff? No, stop that, please. Either that or someone was jumping onto him. But it's like, come on, bro. Read the room. Why are you having this thing doing all this stuff? TNA. I know y'all remember TNA. Oh my god, TNA is doing so good. Because here's the thing about TNA, okay? And I feel like y'all would agree with me. Because the thing about them is, they had like 2 good years. Not even 2. I would say like a good 5. Like a good 5 really good years of TNA. And then we all know what happened. The management, everything just colliding with each other. It just didn't work out. They went down in viewers. TNA product has always been pretty solid though. That's the thing. Like, they always at least put on decent matches. Not bad matches. Like, most of the TNA matches are pretty decent at least. Storylines. The thing about TNA is they just have people who's like inexperienced. And that's not to like diss on TNA. Because, this is understandable. No one's perfect. Like, no one's gonna have this stuff like down pat 24/7.
Oh shit.
It's like TNA reminds me of like WCW. Other than the fact that like WCW like died out and TNA is coming back now. It's just like sometimes this like things in wrestling just doesn't work. And that's all it is, Sometimes you strike gold, sometimes you strike coal. Like, TNA is just very unlucky, you know what I'm saying? Shout out TNA though, once again, they are coming back. It's beautiful to see. Dolph Ziggler from WWE is in TNA now. He goes by Nick Nemeth. I don't know why. I love saying that name. Nick Nemeth. It's such a good name for like, I don't know. Here comes Nick Nemeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fun to say. Anyways, let's get back to WWE though. Because when I say wrestling is in a renaissance again, what I'm really talking about is, man, these people at WWE, I don't know what the fuck they're on. Damn, man. That should just be so fun now. Because hear me out, okay? We all know about the whole, like, what's going on behind the scenes at WWE. It'd be a whole lot of just, like, new people coming in. You know who I'm talking. I'm talking about Triple H, bro. I'm talking about Triple H. He became head of creative or whatever in WWE. He's been running it fucking tight, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck this dude's mind be thinking, but he just be coming up with the fucking best ideas ever. I don't know who else be behind the scenes too. It's just not just Triple H, I don't know what the fuck is going on at WWE, bro. Cause the product is just like fucking phenomenal. That shit just they make 3 hours of Raw. Back then that used to be such a fucking like chore. And it's just because, like, in my opinion, look, my opinion don't matter at all, okay? I feel like Vince McMahon was perfect at writing 2-hour shows. Because 2-hour shows, they have, like, that formula, Which is, like, obviously start out the show with a promo, something to hype up something. You have your little matches. You have your little, like, thing that edges into the second hour. And then you do the second hour. And, like, the second hour is easy, bro. Because once you have the first hour, as long as you do the first hour good, people are already hooked. You're like, whatever. I'm going to go into the next hour. Because, man, this show's fun to watch, So Vince McMahon, I feel like he was really good at that formula, of writing 2 hour shows. He had that stuff down pat. Raw going to 3 hours, I feel like just messed him up. Cause look, I don't know, bro, but I feel like his mind was just like, yo, I got 3 hours to write just all these segments, and he just tried to cram everything into 3 hours, and he's like, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's like it became very formulaic. It became very like chaotic. But then Triple H came onto the board of creative. Once again, bro is a mastermind. I don't know what he be on, but he knew what to do. It's so fun every single week because this is like these people. It's like it's a little soap opera. Like every little piece is coming together. He's building storylines like fucking coherent. I don't know what to call it, man. It's like basically just that. I have to give so much respect to Triple H for real. Because he's just like killing the writing game at WWE. He has brought WWE back from like the fucking darkest times it has gone through. Respect to Vince McMahon. But I'm just gonna be objectively true. Like, come on, bro. 2017. God damn. God damn, that was a tough one. Oh my god, that was a tough one. Jesus. We got fucking Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. You know the match where the Bugs are in the ring? And all respect to Bray Wyatt. Rest in peace. But this is like, oh my god, that was a chore. That was a chore to go through. That was just one of them years where like just nothing made sense, and we was just all watching like, what the fuck is going on? Once again, all respect, because that's just the wrestling business. Sometimes you're killing it, sometimes you're not. One product of wrestling that's really just been on, probably like number one, honestly, has been Monday Night Raw. Of course, it's the road to WrestleMania. So, like, WWE is gonna be trying the hardest right now to keep you entertained, build up that big WrestleMania name. The thing is, this year has been, like, unbelievable. Last year was pretty good. Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. They teased us last year that Cody was gonna beat Roman, but he didn't. So it was like, that was pretty shocking. Because last year, the thing about last year is like, there's always like that little creeping doubt as a wrestling fan. Like, you just know, right? Like, you just know when something's gonna happen. And it was pretty believable last year that Cody Rhodes was gonna beat Roman Reigns. They both had like a pretty like phenomenal build up all the way to WrestleMania. The thing is, I'm not trying to brag because maybe I just know too much, okay? And ignorance is bliss, okay? Especially when it comes to the wrestling business. Because once you know a certain amount of things about the wrestling business, you just like look at things like, yeah, you just know. So trust me, I'm not bragging at all. But I just knew that Roman Reigns was gonna win last year at WrestleMania. And the only reason I say that is because I just had a feeling they had to build it up more, Like, Cody won the Royal Rumble. He did, like, have this little, like, feud. But I just knew that it's just like this right here, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, was something that was like magical. Like it was meant to happen. They've been building it up for years. Like it's like a match made in heaven. And Cody Rhodes could have won last year. The whole world would have been happy. But there's always could just be more. And look, they brought out more for sure. Like the last year has been crazy. Like it's been crazy with Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins coming into the mix, Brock fucking Lesnar fucking beating up on Cody Rhodes. Like it's just been crazy. Like how much they just built. This is probably one of the best storylines ever. Like we're witnessing history, and it's so fun to watch because it's just like everything about this WrestleMania main event, double main event, because WrestleMania is now 2 nights. The first night is a tag team match between Seth Rollins, which is already crazy, okay? Because we know what the match is. So let me break this down. Seth Rollins over here, he's the world heavyweight champion. He's fighting along Cody Rhodes. 2 people who's had like the best trilogy ever. He's fighting along with Cody Rhodes, a man that he's fought with. In Seth Rollins, he doesn't like the bloodline so much that he's willing to fight along Cody Rhodes. That's cool. And then we have Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. Man, look, I'm not gonna gas him up. We all know who he is, okay? Like, damn, do we know who Roman Reigns is? We have him. If Roman Reigns wins this tag team match, he can basically cheat. And that's been Roman's mantra his whole title reign, is he just cheat a lot. Like, you know, he's good, but he also cheat, okay? Like, there's a lot of times he should have lost, but nah, he be cheating and all that. So he has his tag team match. If he wins, he can do whatever he wants. He knows he's gonna win because he can do whatever he wants. If Roman Reigns wins at WrestleMania, the odds stacked on Cody Rhodes to overcome all the odds is just way too low. Because you have Solo Sakai, you have Jimmy Uso. Bro, Cody Rhodes is not winning. And here's the thing. Roman Reigns' partner in this tag team match, ladies and gentlemen, it's The Rock. Oh my god. These niggas brought back The Rock. What? For some reason, he come back to the WWE. First time in like forever. Finally, he's back. But now he's really laying the smackdown. For some reason now, he's just really fucking angry at Cody Rhodes. But it's great because this segment, but this program with Cody Rhodes and The Rock, this is great. Like, it's phenomenal. Like, to say once again, like, they're pulling out all the stops for just these two in general. And that's not even the main reason we're here. We're here for Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. But they're making us care so much about Cody Rhodes and The Rock. It's just like, bro, this WrestleMania is insane. Because there's already that little tag team match. Night 2, the main event of WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Already, that's like one of the matches that you just know is gonna go down in history. Cause whoever wins, it's either gonna be the world's biggest heartbreak or the world's biggest celebration. And it's just gonna be so fun to watch. It's crazy too, the genius that has been this whole situation, this whole storyline with Cody Rhodes. A little brief history: Cody Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes, legendary Hall of Famer. The thing about Cody Rhodes in his early career is he really was just a mid-carder. And that's not an insult, because he was a good mid-carder. But he just never really broke into that, like the top 10, the top 20, maybe top 20, but like, not top 10. Like, he wasn't John Cena, he wasn't Randy Orton, he wasn't The Undertaker. Like, he was just Cody Rhodes, just dude who had no knee pads and was like, yeah, I'm dashing and all that. It was just Cody Rhodes. But when he left WWE, that was a pretty shocking moment in the internet. Because, Dusty Rhodes, Gold Dustin, the thing about them two people is, they were very WWE centric. Dusty Rhodes brought his name up to glory, to like so much glory and fame, with the help of WWE. Goldust was mostly just WWE throughout like most of his career. So when Cody Rhodes left, and it's not like it was one of them things where like, oh, they just announced it on the Instagram or the Twitter. Like, when Cody Rhodes left, they made it clear on Monday Night Raw on TV. It was a shoot, I'm pretty sure, and it was just like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on? A couple years later, Cody Rhodes, with the help of a couple other people, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, I know there's someone else, of course, Tony Khan, the main honcho of the company. They made AEW. And AEW is crazy because it really is the WCW of our time. I know that's a little controversial because like WCW was like head to head with Monday Night Raw, WWE's main program. But for the juggernaut that WWE has become in our lifetime, just anything that was AEW was revolutionary because we needed that at that time. It was great to see. The problem is, Cody Rhodes, unfortunately, he tried his best. He did everything he could have, but he just couldn't really get over at AEW. And it's mostly just because the character didn't work in the landscape that AEW was. Because AEW is like for like fans who just know the business, You can tell the type of fan base that AEW has. They have smart fans, people who know about what they're watching, what they're here to see. Is like, honestly, the intelligence of like AEW, the fan base, they just want to see really good matches and like the people they want to see. WWE, on the other hand, is much more eccentric on like everything matters, storylines, like coherentness. AEW is more like fighting, like this is wrestling right here, you know what I mean? Both companies are obviously good at what they do. just Cody Rhodes was in the wrong environment. He comes to WWE, well, like, the fans would not eat up everything. That's messed up to say. But it's just like we respect the smaller things, you know? It's like we know what we're getting told an overall bigger storyline. That, like, we're just here to see it unfold. That's the best way I would describe a WWE fan. So Cody Rhodes is perfect for that environment because he does that so well. He can draw the emotion of the crowd, like, flawlessly. And that's the reason, like, once again, Roman Reigns, who can also do the same thing, like, these two were just made in heaven. Like, this is gonna be a phenomenal match. And here's another thing about the main event that I want you to take into consideration. One, the concept of the tag team with against the champion rolling into night 2 has never been done before. So this is pretty revolutionary, okay? But that's some small stuff, okay? Anyone can win on night 1, and anyone can win on night 2. And here's what I mean by that. Of course, deep down, we all want Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins to overcome the odds, beat the final boss, beat Tribal Chief, and, like, you know, oh, in the night 2, we're gonna get a sweet victory, right? But say, night 2, Roman Reigns just wins because he's the Tribal Chief. Like, this is the most, like, nah, what? But also, hear me out. Night 2, Cody Rhodes can win. Finishes his story. Of course, we all want to see that. But it's one of them things, they could still build from right here where we're at. This feels like the climax. Maybe we still got some time to go, buddy. Maybe there's still more to fold on this storyline. Maybe there's still more bloodline family members who could come in and just be like, yo, we don't like you. We never know. Night 1 is crazy. Because Cody Rhodes, you know, they can win. Him and Seth. But what if The Rock and Roman Reigns wins? Because hear me out, it's already crazy, okay? We finna get into some technical wrestling stuff here. If you pin Roman Reigns on night 1, your champion already takes an L. Which is crazy, okay? Never do that to your champion. If The Rock takes the L, which one, it would be a good payoff. It would be beautiful to see. But it's one of them things, maybe The Rock don't want to take the L. Maybe he don't want to have his shoulders pinned, him laying down on the ring apron for like a couple minutes. We just never know. If Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins loses on night 1, that would make the odds against Cody Rhodes against Roman obviously higher, duh. Because if Cody loses on night 1, Roman Reigns can just do whatever he wants. Which is already crazy. That's already a crazy thing to think about. Roman Reigns, who wants to throw other people at you? Like, what the fuck is that? Fighting Roman Reigns is already crazy. This has been the most I've ever rambled in my life. I'm gonna be honest. Because I came on here to talk about the last 2 Monday Night Raws. Phenomenal episodes, by the way. Because let me talk about last week's episode. Great, just everything. Great, just like everything. The thing that's great about the Triple H era is, as I once said, the coherentness of the shows just makes it so much smoother to go through. The way Triple H can blend storylines and just small things together is like, it just makes it so much better. And that was a very apparently clear last week on Monday Night Raw. Cody Rhodes comes out, and Cody comes out on Monday Night Raw, you know, giving his usual babyface little spiel. You know what Cody Rhodes does. He does it well, but like shit, man. A Cody Rhodes promo goes a certain way. We all know how it goes. He talks about his baby face stuff. Talks about, you know, how he does things because he wants to do these things. And Roman Reigns, nah, like he just show up. He get his paycheck, a big paycheck. He leave. He don't care. Like he wrestle when he wants to, and it's all a strategy. So like he talks about, you know, just the difference between him and Roman Reigns. The Rock comes out, fucking coolest entrance of all time. The Rock's entrance is already good just because it's The Rock. He's, you know, big shoulders coming out down the aisleway. Like, you know, it's cool just seeing it. He gets on the ring apron, gets on the turnbuckle. He does his little eyebrow, you know. It's cool. It's just, you know, it's a little. It scratches the mark, you know. It's a little fun little thing to see. These people added, when he walks down to the ring, there's this sparks coming down like the little giant screen that they have on stage. So it looks like he's walking through a field full of lightning. Who the fuck thought about this stuff? And did he get a raise? He needs a raise, because that entrance alone is already, it makes The Rock the coolest person on the roster, and it's just an entrance. I can't even imagine what this entrance is gonna look like at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, if you don't know, here's my advice to the world, okay? If you're not gonna watch WrestleMania, which is shame on you, because it's gonna be a fun time, for real, you should at least watch The Rock's entrance. Because I'm telling you, his entrance, along with the WrestleMania stage, is gonna be just cinematic gold. The world isn't even ready for it. I'm imagining it in my head. I'm not even ready for it. It makes my head want to explode. Just the cinematic greatness that is going to be. So back to Raw. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get through all this script, because I'm over here rambling like a fucking dumbass just about the main event. Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. Cody Rhodes and The Rock are standing in the middle of the ring last week. The Rock, you know, he looks friendly. He looks like, for once in The Rock's entire career, he doesn't have a mic with him. He leans over to Cody and he just whispers something. The mic doesn't pick up what it is. We don't know what it is. And then he just walks out like nothing matters. Fans boo him, but that's it. Like he just wanted to talk to Cody. What did he say though? Throughout the entire episode, they didn't tell us at all. They interviewed The Rock backstage, and he's just like, man, go ask Cody. So now, we go ask Cody. Cody's just like, what he told me is a promise he can't keep. So we know it was something bad, but we just don't know what it is. So the match where everything falls apart in the main event, which is Jey Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which is already crazy. I want to shout out Triple H because the way he has booked Jey Uso ever since the whole Bloodline collision has been great. He's been put in random matches against people. He's been having phenomenal, fun matches to watch. He goes against Shinsuke Nakamura, and suddenly the Bloodline come out. Jimmy Uso, Solo Sakai. And we was like, oh no, the Bloodline is attacking. It's crazy. They do what they do the most. They just be cheating and all that. But nah, not this time. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. They come out and like, nah, man, Jay, we got you. That's his homies right there. Cody Rhodes, he fights Jimmy Uso all the way to the back. They they fumble back there. Solo Sakai and what's his name? Seth Rollins, they fight a little bit. We don't care about that though. The thing about Cody Rhodes when he gets backstage is, he's fighting Jimmy. He's pretty successful. Solo comes in, he beats off Solo a little bit. Here comes Dwayne Johnson. Fucking Cody Rhodes just gets beat after that. Like the worst beatdown of all time. He gets like no offense in at all. Just like he gets 2 trash cans thrown at him. Just like the worst beating. They go into a parking lot eventually. It's raining. It's beautiful. It's a great scene. It was fucking legendary. I don't want to sound like a fucking nerd, okay? But like the aspect that just the rain itself added to this scene, it was really like the cherry on top. Cause I was watching this, like we are watching something that it feels special. This feels magical. This feels like one of the things that like we're gonna look back 20 years from now. If we're still watching wrestling, then we're just gonna look back and just be like, damn, this was a special time in wrestling. And I really do feel that way. Because I have a whole, look, man, I've been trying to like prepare my first podcast for a little bit now on here. Honestly, I feel like I've gone a little overboard. Because just the introduction into like all of this, like of course y'all know what is going on in the wrestling business. The thing is, I just want y'all to know, I just really feel like this is like a good special time that we should just not take for granted. Because everything that is going on in TNA, not even just WWE, TNA is like just magical. It's like they're finally selling out arenas again. And that's crazy for TNA because they weren't even selling out warehouses a couple years back. AEW has a lot of good things going for them. WWE is just on a different level. And man, I can't even put this shit into just one podcast, man. Because this episode's already gonna be long as hell. And I have to pace myself. Damn, man. I guess it's probably just gonna be a continuation. This probably just gonna be a continuation. This is so bad, man. It's the first episode, so I'm not really tripping about it that much. It's been fun though. I can tell I'm gonna have fun with this. I am very dedicated to this art form. I could ramble on for hours about this like dumb stuff like in pro wrestling. So I think we finna have some fun on here. I feel like I feel like I should have done this shit a lot sooner. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Honestly, I think how I want to end this episode is I just want to give a thanks to Triple H, bro. Cause Triple H has just been blessing us with just the greatest wrestling content of like at least the last 10 years. And honestly, it's just been so fun to watch. Honestly though, I hope you enjoy this episode. I got like 10 seconds left. I don't know what to say left. Oh shit, no.